Hello, it's Markham here from Markham 3D, and today we're going to be talking about the Shipwright add-on created by Mark's Kingsnorth, where it randomly generates spaceships. Oh my goodness, how cool is this? And if you want this add-on, the link is in the description. Now let's just start off. If I just go straight into the renderer, we can see how pretty this looks. Straight off the bat, I haven't done anything. Amazing. So let's now kind of go through all the settings and what we can do. So this shape number is the amount of shapes we can put in there. So for instance, I could bump this up to 34 and press enter. And we can see just a whole bunch of shapes, more shapes have appeared. So we've got these black bits up the top here and a few other bits and pieces. For the sake of this video, I'm going to bring it back down to about 16 just to make it go a little bit faster. And there we go, that's looking quite nice. So let's carry on with this. The shape seed here. This would change obviously the seed of how everything spawns. So if I change that to whatever and press enter, and you can see now we've got a brand new ship, and that's pretty cool. I'm just going to render that one out. The positional seed will change the location of each of the objects. So if we like the shapes, but we want to change the location, we can just bump in some random numbers and they all kind of move around. Oh, what? That looks sick. Now the shape distribution sphere size, oh my goodness, I can't speak. That kind of takes into account how far things should be spread apart or how compacted they are. So obviously the greater the number, the further the parts will be apart. So for instance, if I just change that to 1.3, we can see how much they've expanded. And obviously now we might have problems where they're not connected, but these are. So that's kind of cool. These options down here is just kind of like affecting that sphere, which way they should be shaped, which way they should be stretched. So obviously we can see that along the y-axis is quite far apart, and same as x. And if we come down here into the extrusion amount, these would just give more shapes that you can choose from. So for instance, if I were to go max shape and we bump this up to 7, we'll see that we'll have a whole different pattern on the ship, but we still got the same pieces. So you can see that we've added a little bit of extra geometry in the front here. And yeah, that's quite nice. And then let's just keep it going. Shape subdivisions, that can get pretty intensive on my PC. So just use that one with caution. Obviously shape bevel width and segments, that makes a little bit sense. And then down into here, the plating seed goes into the plating generator add-on, which is also amazing. So it creates kind of the plates here, but also we can see that there is a hull texture on there, and that's from the hull texture add-on as well. So there's multiple add-ons all bound up into the one. Then we can change where it's being mirrored on the X or the Y or the Z, the lattice size, how much we can change. So we can actually select this lattice, and let's say for instance, I kind of want the back end to be kind of pointed upwards. So I can select all these vertices, G, Z, and we can bring that up. And we can see now that the ship's kind of following that lattice line. Spicy. Now the cast type, you can either have sphere, cuboid, or cylinder. I don't know, I've changed that, nothing's really happened. And then the smart UV projection for that hull texture. It is a fantastic add-on. You can get some amazing results very quickly. We can also come in and we can, for instance, let's just add in a cube, and then we can go to town on the ship and start creating our own kind of cockpits. Control B. Let's just grab these, G to the Y, G to the Z, and then we can throw in our own little bits and pieces in there as well. Purchasing the add-on, there is a whole bunch of options here depending if you actually own some of the other add-ons. So when you're about to purchase the add-on, you have to go through and pick which add-on you need, especially if you've purchased some of his add-ons already, like I did. I didn't actually have to pay the full amount, so I actually got a little bit cheaper. So yes, once again, this is a wonderful add-on, the Shipwright. If you like these types of videos, please make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out and keeps you up to date with my content. And until next time.